Yung pananalita mo ha. Ayoko ng mga naririnig
Hindi
ko
ko rin gusto yung lumabas sa bibig ko eh.
Oo. Para lang sigurado, para lang malinaw. Ano ulit yun?
Bibigyan nila ang TLID ng ika-4 na pagkatalo.
Okay. Maraming salamat for clarifying that. Because again, we are less than a minute away from getting into the draft ng ating game number 5. Medyo nag-iisip na ang ating kaibigan na si Aaron Shiki kung ano ang kanyang gagawin. Siguro na double take niya rin yung kanyang ganap kanina. Hindi ko nasasabihin kung ano yun.
May narinig
Gets nyo na siguro kung ano yun. But again, they're definitely in a pressure cooker right now. Talagang mainit ang mata sa kanila. Just given the fact that, you know, they were thinking, they've had a lot of strategies in mind.
Oo.
Pero so far, hindi gumana. You had the Lillian game number 1 and then the Fredrin in game number 4.
Kumbaga, ganito rin yung ginawa nila sa SRG kahapon. Yung parang kahit anong baon na dala ng SRG, hindi naging sapat. Ngayon, pinaghandaan nila yung FNOP. May gumana namang isa. Kaso after that last game, medyo mawawala ka ng pag-asa kasi, I mean, sure, binigyan mo ng comfort dito yung FNOP, pero pinakita sa'yo yung difference ng level yung dalawa.
For the longest time. You know what? I don't wanna jinx it. I'm not gonna talk about the UB. You probably know what I'm talking about. But instead, hold up, Zushin ang ibibigay ngayon. Pero teka lang, meron naman tayong fun fact. It is the 4th game of the best of 7 grand final. Ito ang pang-100 laro, or yung kanina pala, pang-100 laro na yan ng M6 World Championship. Pero ito na, parang na...
Oh. Ay, ito na sana sasabihin ko.
Ay!
Men, gusto ko lang sabihin nung nakita ko yung Zushin perspective, tinignan ko kagad yung Bans, hinarap ko yung Eve and FNOP. Ito na ata ang babasag sa sumpa. Parang ang last game Eve.
Oh my G. Oo nga, pinag-usapan natin to kanina. Kasi yung mga nakaraang World Championships, laging sinasabi na talagang salam yung Eve. Pero sa kamay ni Super Friends, he's planning to change that. And we're also talking about a lot of other things na talagang binabase sa teorya, pero planong basagin lahat yan.
And ako po, Hayabusa ang kinuha dito ng TLID. And ako din yung comfort dito ni Aran. Pero they are gonna be playing up against the Eve. I mean, yung Hayabusa meron siya mobility. Pero ito na yung Eden ni Kirk. Kumbaga, best of the best yung nilabas nung game number 4 kanina. Ito, best of the best, part 2.
Oh my G. Inulit pa. Inulit pa. Isipin mo, tinanggalan mo na kung ikaw ang Fanaticonic Philippines. Yung strategy na ginawa mo is remove 3 heroes. Specifically para kay Fabian in that ban on the red side. Medyo kalat dito yung banning phase ng side ng TLID para sa kanilang first 3 bans. And then all of a sudden, you're now seeing 3 picks na sobrang gamay at sanay gamitin ng Fanaticonic Philippines.
Alam mo, kung ikaw ang coach dito ng TLID, medyo nalulungkot ako para sa kanya. Kasi ang kailangan niya isipin dito, nandiyan ang Moscow, nandiyan ang Beatrix, nandiyan ang Granger. Basically, nandiyan si Kelra.
Nandiyan si Kelra, men. Hindi siya mauubusan ng hero at this point in time. Isipin mo,
16 picks.
Alam mo yung malala?
Ano?
Sila pa yung nagtatanggal ng good lane.
Oo, parang bawasan natin Kelra.
Bawasan natin Kelra. Masyado marami.
Kelra's coach, why not? Alam ko masyado marami. Tatanggal ko yung Harit.
Kelra, coach, para hindi ka na mag-overthink, bawasan natin na isa. Para medyo bawas iisipin.
May 16 unique
against the Jushin. Adding on to that, the TLID, looking at FNOP, the mid trio here, they're not going to let this Hayabusa farm. I don't see how TLID can move around the map.
I mean, TLID has some, TLID has, overall, they get exactly what I think they want, right? Is one problem. The Alpha does the true damage. Hilda can have a little trouble with that. Last time we saw this Hilda against King Kong's Alpha, they went for this early invasion, which completely backfired on them. So TLID just need to round things out here. Maybe not go for something super tanky like a Hylos, but something maybe more on the fast-moving side.
So they are going to pick up a Granger onto Aaron Shiki. That makes sense. Do we see the Hylos here for Weedy? Nope. It's the...
Yeah, closing the gap indeed, and the draft has been locked in from both sides. TLID, we talked about it. We said they have little margin for error. Is this the draft that can make the difference for their micro engagements?
Well, If Onyx wins this one, this is the final time the panel will be on screen. So thank you, everyone, but now we're throwing it to the casters.
Thank you so much, panel, for breaking it down once again. It's me, Naisu, Gideon, and Mirko to bring you a championship point game right now. Can TLID extend the series? Again, it's a best of 5. They have the chance, a best of 7. They have a chance here. What do you guys think of the drafts for this one?
I think this one's going to be a lot more interesting, right? FNOP have taken a completely separate angle of targeting Fabian, and now the early game as well. The TLID need to snowball off this comp.
There's so much control for FNOP. This looks like a pure neutral, objective, snowball kind of composition. They're going to get first one all the way to the third.
Well, let's see if it can happen here again. FNOP facing championship point, 1 win away from being crowned the M6 World Champions. And TLID, with this lineup, they had the Carmilla before, they can make it work again, and that's a good little preview of what's at stake here. As early a game already, poking happening in the mid lane. This Wishing Lantern, Super Prince.
Okay. Flicker out from Super Prince. Respect instantly as Aran shows himself in that bush. Revitalized for Witty.
Yeah, but just as expected here, right? Because Kirk is going for Warcry, doesn't have the concussive blast. He won't be able to push it out as quick as a run, only for the earlier stages of the game. Later on might be a bit more tough, but let's see how Yehezkiel's going to deal with it as the first Lethal Wanderer goes over to Fnatic on a PH.
Oh, and all in early over Aran. Flicker out as well. So 2 battle spells now used up from TLID. King Kong getting that lethal earlier. Looking to go for more, but respects TLID's control with the juice in.
The biggest thing about this, if TLID wants to go ahead and have these winning fights, is really playing against the massive amount of crowd control and also just space advantage that FNOP can set up with this type of composition, even with the Eve here. I mean, again, looking at it, you know, Kirk, we just saw the performance with the Edith still running that Warcry emblem, but even so, the amount of mobility that is here for Kelra this time around, running even that sprint, he's going to be able to maneuver easily around these team fights, and TLID has to be able to shut that down.
Yeah, I mean, he can play on... Aaron Shikin, unfortunately, can only play on linear lines, right? He kind of wants to line up with Keller, which is why he got extra movement speed in his emblems, just to kind of keep up with it. But as soon as that sprint pops, there's no keeping up with it at all, especially if he takes hit from a Queen's Call. Nevertheless, we are seeing an instant invade on the opposite side of the map.
RWM forcing Fabian to use the Quad Shadow. Fnatic Onyx Philippines, this is the control we were talking about, but they have utilized a couple of resources, and that's why King Kong was sent down below. Brusco gonna be all in here. Aran has a Power Wilderness, but Brusco just flickers out, and now King Kong's ahead.
Again, another battle spell used here on both sides, really, all for this first turtle, really taking the time. Aran will hold it up at the front. Fabian joining the fight, doesn't have a purple buff. It's gonna be up in 10 seconds, so they might just go ahead and start this up, take control of it as they do. Brusco gives the information, doesn't have a level 4, so not going to be able to do much, as King Kong, though, did build up. Again, just trying to get some of that gold lead and that even level lead.
I mean, as much as Team Liquid ID don't mind taking the turtle, honestly, I feel like it's a bigger win for Fnatic Onyx PH. You are getting your jungler ahead, and more importantly, you're not even giving the opportunity for TLID to start a snowball. I mean, let's just go match by match, right? Super Prince, he's hurting Yehezkiel, especially when both the supports have to leave the lane.
Yeah, I think it's just a very interesting but great approach here for Fnatic Onyx Philippines. They could have gone, oh, wait, up top, Aran, force a flicker, King Kong not going to overcommit there. The Primal Wrath already used by Kirk, and they're just going to go and hammer down on this turret gold. Half of the HP on the turret gold down. Yehezkiel, Crimson Beacon, now Lantern Flare. Yeah, no threat over to King Kong and Kirk.
There's no damage here, not yet, but Witty, he's going to get chunked down as RWM is also being deployed.
And that's the thing, we're seeing a lot of these fights where it's like, you know, they're dropping down ultimates, they're using their battle spell, they get a flicker out again here, and this is all the thing, right? If you can go ahead and catch a kill for either team, then that's great. But like Gideon, you just mentioned, you know, if FNOP kind of delays this, they don't actually have to go and snowball. Hold on.
Okay. That's a shadow kill over. Okay. Now, that's the revitalize, but Kelra picks up the kill. Fabian, the kill. Kelra, one piece from both of them.
It's too slow, too late to react to it. Even with the Curse of Blood, just no damage to really follow up, and also the major target's already down. So Witty dying like that, and at least Fabian able to find one back. This point, I think that Fnatic Onyx PH are in a pretty comfortable spot overall. Brusco doesn't mind dying a couple more times, but this next neutral objective might be really tough for TLID to actually get on top of. So it's all about, hey, how many battle spells do you have? If we get hit by the Curse of Blood, can we die for Aaron Shiki? Maybe even Aran if we're lucky.
You can see this too, you know, Kelra already having the Haas clause. Oh, hold on. Kirk.
Flicker out. Quad Shadow coming down as well. No onward or no...
Earth Shatter.
They're not going to go for it.
Yeah, he can rely on the Primal Wrath here too, but it's more so just, again, kind of limit testing each other. Battle spells being used up or not. Next objective is up here, and they're going to get in the zone here. They have to worry about Super Prince setting things up, but it's going to be started up too. King Kong holding it.
Brusco walking up as well. The Lantern Flare still on him. King Kong on the turtle. First of blood going to be locked in onto King Kong. Still the retribution on point. Kelra in the back with a heavy crossbow again with the flanks. Fabian jumping back and forth. Not enough damage. Kelra is on a roll.
They split the fight into two. Witty is still trying to buy some time as Kirk at 1 HP tries to knock up Yehezkiel with the Earth Shadow. Fabian with the Quad Shadow should be able to find one for his own, but even so, the fight has been split in half.
No, it's a chase. Super Prince chasing Fabian. He's waiting for the cooldown on the Quad Shadows. Brusco walks up and shuts him down.
And with that exchange, at least Fabian gets a couple kills, but FNOP gets a whole lot through that. Plus, taking the gold lead now in favor, almost 2,000. A 1-for-1 for the Turtles here, but some of these first items are going to be picked up now and locked in and start to show. Even for Super Prince, you know, already doing a great job at just setting up the RWM. And gets the going one too. A lot of this utility that comes from this Eve pick is the advantage when it comes to those turtle fights. And even for Kelra to show up on that back line, pop the sprint and maneuver around, again, that's what TLID has to be wary of.
Exactly, about looking for these flank angles and not to necessarily be caught specifically by that Cursed Blood. It can get a little tough, especially when TLID start opening up that map, but Aaron Cheeky getting shoved and dove underneath turret. A Berserker's Fury for Kelra's just, again, dominating run.
That's what you said about it previously. The hydraulic press raging sandstorm defensively from Brusco, and they get out of harm's way. You can see King Kong dominating this jungle matchup. Fabian still is able to secure the purple buff, but King Kong's a level ahead on the alpha. He's gonna wait for it. RWM over the Esculo. Spear of Alpha 2 from King Kong.
A breather, but now the Crimson Blood on all three of the members. They're chunked out one by one. All three pulled underneath the turrets.
Yehezkiel continuing the chase. Fabian takes it back, punishing FNOP's overextension.
An overextension, trying to set up under that tier 1 turret. Fabian having a great start again on this Hayabusa. He's had to work for it, but they're going to have to do something about Kelra here because eventually that is going to be a kill. It's a damage check. He gets under half. They got to deal with him, Kirk.
They've already got the Primal Wrath out. He's going to get dove under pretty quick.
Brusco's there.
Flicker out, Lantern Flare coming out as well. Now Kirk going to be taken out as well. It will be Yehezkiel who picks up the kill and the turtle to TLID. So some way they're actually able to equalize that gold lead. No longer the big, scary gold lead for FNOP.
All right, so where is the majority of the gold lead actually coming from? And I think, looking at the gold lead, it's got to be Kelra, right? I think he's got like, what, 2,000 ahead, currently on to Aaron Shiki. Hold on, the Quad Shadow's not going to do much there just yet, but even so, that's a majority of the damage from Fnatic Onyx PH. They got to play around him and let Kelra kind of do the work, because look at that damage check, 50% off of that one auto, well, plus the passive.
And he's just doing that to delay him on taking the buff.
Around chase. Conceal already from... Oh my lord! Wilderness Aran bursting through! Now the Rhapsody together with a Lantern Flare. Brusco is down. Out of nowhere, becomes a 2-for-1 for Liquid ID.
Oh no. Okay, Team Liquid ID are actually pulling this back now with the lead of their own. At the very least, Yehezkiel has a very stable pick. Let's look at the items and really start to compare because, wow, shocking lead for Kelra, but then there is compensation when it comes down to the jungle, compensation when it does also come down to the mid lane too.
And interestingly enough, as many kills as Fabian has on this Hayabusa, the fact that King Kong is not too far behind in essence against the economy here, that's fine for him because that's what King Kong does on the alpha pick. It isn't to go and fight and fight and fight. It's really just go ahead and lock down some of the farm, and then later on, you have some more of that tankiness on this alpha. You play around your setup potential, and you just let Kelra shine. And there it is. Skypiercer is actually going to be picked up already from Shiki.
He's going for a third item. I think he recognizes that Yehezkiel is giving him a lot of peel anyway. Same goes to Iran. They need those big finishers, which means I would assume that Fabian, he's going into these fights just to chunk.
And to be fair, the Juicin will go Sky Piercer too, right? Like that's the normal build we're seeing, and for Hezkiel, does look like he's on the way for a second item, Sky Piercer. So they'll have 2. Now, is that a bit too greedy, or is that good, you know?
I think it's part of the answer is just get rid of Kelra. Whether it's either or, as long as you take Kelra out of the picture, then they lose a lot of that damage potential. And we'll see if that gamble is going to be worth it, because Team Liquid ID will start things up.
Crimson Beacon out.
Whoa!
Dave, what happened? Fabian claims the kill in the back. The assassination air on Shiki. So able to cut away with Detonata. Kelra chasing it on down in the bush. Kelra walking with a heavy crossbow around. Power of wildness. Aaron Shiki claims the kill. Brusco running back with the Raging Sandstorm. Fabian with a chase again. And it will be a Lord traded in for a fight.
Oh my goodness, and a fight well deserved by TLID. I mean, it might not be over just yet here. Let's give it a moment, because Aaron Cheeky, it's great. The target acquisition in tandem with Fabian, making sure that Super Prince does not get that much value out of his RWM. Happens so fast.
Yeah.
And honestly, I got to give it to Witty. He's been finding like 2-man, 3-man Cursed Bloods at some critical moments.
Again, this pick, this Carmilla pick for Witty has worked for them in the past, even their whole journey up to this point in the grand final. And they're set up mid.
Spear of Alpha into the Earth Shadow. Witty still surviving. Shadow kill. It's going to be neutralized by the Primal Rat. Real manipulation! Let's go!
Kelra, he's running forward. He takes out one. Needs to back up. Dive underneath the turret. Nobody is safe. 3 flickers for 3 kills. And Brusco will pay that price.
It doesn't matter if they're behind in that form. They'll make a play either way. And they still have the Lord knocking on the base turrets now. FNOP sets things up. They might look for more.
They're hungry. They're so hungry. They want this inhibitor early on. They want to create that 13K lead they did in their previous series. Because Team Liquid ID, if they find that momentum back against Fnatic on PH, they might be able to turn things around.
Holy moly. Just when you think Liquid have neutralized the lead, when you think they're ahead, someone else becomes the X Factor. Game 1, 2, 3, I think it was Kelra all around. Now, Brusco from out of nowhere.
It's always one of them, and that's again why they have been called the Super Fam. Every single player, every single role in lane filled and just perform at a peak here throughout the tournament and now through the grand final. It's TLID on the back foot now, trying to just defend even the buffs. King Kong put enough pressure, nearly level 15. Again, with this, Team Liquid ID still in fighting form, not a massive deficit to work against, but it gets increasingly more difficult when they approach these Lord fights because of that setup potential from FNOP.
Oh, but even so, at the end of the day, it really comes down just to hard execution, right? As much as Fnatic on PH are able to kind of control this tempo, the execution for these are... Wait, hold on. Oh my god. Oh, right. RWM has also been thrown out here, but I don't think they should be able to find anything.
With the isolating, you know, the cancel! Spear of Alpha, he gets out! With a fade away!
What a cancel! Never mind, I take it back. They do find one.
Sometimes you wonder, you know, Kelra's jumping forward. Well, that's exactly why. So aggressive and making moves just now at this point.
How does he get a Renner's apathy on an Irithel?
I have no clue. I have no clue. But at this point, this Lord should be free, right?
They're going to start it up. Lord for the taking here. It's already taken. Kirk gets it.
Raging Sandstorm, Brusco. Gonna be taken down. He has to go with the Sky Piercer stack. Crucial Blood into the back line. Super Prince not able to pop in the RWM just yet as Kelra jumps with a heavy crossbow. Power of Wildness onto Kelra, but Aran gets deleted.
The peel is perfect. Kelra has the space, and Witty, as well as Aran, will not be able to create the opening that they were looking for.
And look at that, just as you think, you know, he's so aggressive on this Irithel, able to jump in. Now he also gets some defense with a Wind of Nature pickup. Able to deal with some of that pressure, physical damage that might be set up from even Fabian here. They work with this Lord at push now, taking the goal lead a little bit further. FNOP will get ready to march towards the base. They already got some work done on these turrets. And so Team Liquid Indonesia in a precarious situation on this defense. They have to be able to clear things out and keep things contained and together. They're going to rely on the setup potential and maybe even this Cursed Blood. Spear of Alpha won't land from King Kong.
It's a short cooldown, totally fine here, and I think the Team Liquid ID need to play this defensively. Sacrifice an inhibitor, sure, but this game needs to drag on because they're so close to their next item power spike. 39 to 43.
The siege continues. That's a quad shadow to the back. King Kong with the Spear of Alpha baited out. The Primal Wrath from Kirk as well, though. 2 base turrets taken down. Now 1 more up top. Kelra sent to deal with it. A few more shots into the turret. It will survive for a bit. Kelra wants to go for it. Walks up a few more times. 1 more time. That Sonata keeps him at bay.
Team Liquid ID wants to hold on to that one. Fabian jumps in.
Shadow kill, Spear of Alpha, bringing him back again. The quad shadow back from Fabian, and the damage. RWM locking them down inside. It has deal with the Crimson Beacon, locking Super Prince up. Now it's an all-in into the back line. Aaron Chicky getting it, raging sets from a boost. Kelra in the base, looking for the end moment. TLID have cleared out the wave, and Kelra will be able to escape, but King Kong have dealt with him.
Oh no, the minions are starting to push it. They're running out. It's one.
Thunder heralds their unstoppable reign. Unscathed, unrivaled, their legends proclaimed. Bow down to the empire of Fnatic Onyx Philippines!
Axiata Arena, make some noise for your Heralds of Thunder! Let me hear you scream!
Their dominant run to the Philippines, and now their dominant run here in the M6 World Championship. We're all part of the fam now. Let's throw it on stage with our winners.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Fnatic Onyx Philippines! What an epic battle for the final, the real grand final. They're staying at the top and finish to the top. Gentlemen, Fnatic Onyx Philippines, come and join us here at the front. The emotions is overwhelming, and guys, I gotta say, Axiata Arena, you guys are amazing.
You guys are the superstars. You guys are the best. This is the best M series I've ever witnessed in my lifetime. But once again, ladies and gentlemen, your champions!
The fight is over. This is the new record for Fnatic Onyx. All right, gentlemen. You may now claim what is rightfully yours. In 3, 2, 1. Ito ang lakas ng Pinas! Fnatic Onyx Philippines!
Unbelievable! Unbelievable!
The 5th straight trophy for the Philippines!
This franchise has been in the grand final for multiple times. Now, after besting their new rival, Fnatic Onyx Philippines have finally finished their story.
It's been a roller coaster of emotions and struggles. However, Fnatic Onyx Philippines did not drop a single match this M6. Kelra, come here, alika dito. Kelra, congratulations. From an MSC champion, MPL Philippines, and now you are a M-Series champion. What does this victory mean for you? From an M-Series champion, tas naging MPL Philippines champion, tas ngayon M-Series naman ang napanalunan mo. Anong ibig sabihin ng panalo na to sa'yo?
Una-una sa lahat, thank you sa mga pumuntahin, sumuporta sa amin dito. And sa mga nanonood online. Maraming salamat, appreciate namin lahat yun.
He said thank you to everybody watching here in the arena. For those supporting online, they really, really appreciate your support.
I have a question as well right now to Coach Why Not. Coach, all these sleepless nights, all the training, all of the work that you've put in, who do you want to dedicate this victory to?
Definitely. I mean, I'm quite happy right now, but to be honest, I just really want to go home to my family, kiss my girlfriend. I miss her so much. Hug my kids. But yeah, everything, it's for us, definitely, for the Filipinos out there, and the Philippines, but most especially, to my girlfriend, Dorothy. Thank you.
That's so cute.
I know, Dorothy, hope you're listening right now.
Yes, I want to hear something more from the player, Brusco. Can you tell us about your win this win. This is your first. You won in MPL Philippines. Now you're the champion of the world.
First, I want to thank the Sonics fans supporting us, and I want to thank my girlfriend also watching me. Yeah, thank you so much. I love you.
That is so sweet and so cute. Now I think everybody is ready to see them get their medals, award prizes that they have won. So to commemorate this momentous victory, please allow me to welcome Mr. Cloud Chang, CEO of Moonton Games, to award the exclusive M6 medallion made in collaboration with Fairy.
Big round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. One of the men that made today's event happen, and each medal, by the way, is crafted from rare gemstones featuring a mythic dragon motif. Stunning. Stunning.
Oh. They will got a lot of present. This is special, this myth for the champion, the world champion. Kelra keeps jumping up and down. He is so hyped, even though he's out of breath already. This is truly an amazing victory for them.
The release of endorphins, I can only imagine what they're going through right now, supported by the fans here in attendance. It is a night they each and every single one of them are going to remember for the rest of their lives.
Yep, it's of one of the players, the family, the staff, everyone who helped the Fnatic Onyx to become the champion. Now they're here celebrating with a new necklace and something new from Fairy. Guys, so once again, we have the silent but deadly EXP laner, the Architect.
We have King Kong, the Sigma King, the Beast.
Super Prince, the Monster Mage, Brusco the Bruiser.
And not forgetting, Kelra, the gold standard, the Filipino Savage. Okay, photos are taken. I want to thank you very much, Mr. Zhang. We're going to be moving on to something else now. We want to immortalize your marks have been greater than ever. Let me now call upon onto the stage in just a moment another special guest. Once the photos are taken, once again, thank you very much, Mr. Zhang. Are the photos all done? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zhang.
Now to call onto the stage for the next award presentation, Mr. Julius C., CEO of Fairy, towards your Fairy M6 Dreamwatch and your very own Fairy M6 Mythic Champions Ring.
Show us. After the medals, now it's time. The gate, the Fairy Watch, the Dream Watch, Spatial M6 Dream Watch, the M6 Mythic Players, main players. All right, nice. The Fairy M6 Dream Watch feature advanced chronograph functionalities. So this is spatial just for the champions.
Can we get the starting lineup to come in front first, please?
And don't forget, we have our very own Fairy M6 Mythic Champions rings as well.
Smart Omega.
Meanwhile, the M6 Mythic Champion ring boasts an innovative design with a removable crown that reveals a hidden Land of Dawn map with 20 and blue and red animals that represents the MLBB turrets.
Champions only will have this. Things they will cherish for the rest of their lives. Reminders of this night, a historic night in Exakti Arena here in Bukit Jalil. M6 in Malaysia. Something we will never forget, and certainly the players, the entire team will never forget. I'm wondering what the party will be like in the Philippines right now as they're watching this.
I am pretty sure the Filipinos are ecstatic to win their 5th World Championship title. And of course, people from all over the world, the Fnatic Onyx fans, I'm pretty sure they're super duper stoked right now.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
They
Rising
really
to be
deserve
the
it.
best, as only they can.
Yes, now their finger, the winning finger, they got all with the ring, a new ring that show how shiny and how great is their finger, because this is the finger that make them won.
I know. I'm hoping it comes up on camera. I'm hoping everyone who's watching right now can see how beautiful and magnificent these devices are, going onto the fingers, going onto the wrists, and wearing it with pride, uniting these brothers for life.
And there you go. Coach Yap is completing his show your rings to the camera. There you go. Complete 5-stack, ladies and gentlemen. That's his strategy. Okay, now the stones are complete for Coach Yap. Indeed.
He looks like Thanos. I love it.
He does.
Different colors. These are green. I'm trying to get a closer look from where we are right now. So some of the watches, they've got a blue trim around them. Some have got green. They all look gorgeous.
They do, and they all look really amazing on our players. Definitely greater than ever this time around. Neck, arm, finger, everything is catching, bubbling.
That looks heavy as well, I have to say. I mean, better watch your luggage when you fly back. Don't want to be overweight with all the bling on your arms.
They got a lot of things. This is super special. And of course, all of the family. Now they're celebrating together. And now I think we can say together because they got new watch. What time is it? Show your watch, show your everything. You can say it now. Thank you very much. Let's take a picture together with Mr. C.
I think we should have a big
Mr. Star.
let's have a
take
big
picture together.
group picture with everybody here. Okay, if everyone here can look at me. Okay, we're gonna take a picture with our VIP down here. Lovely, thank you. Let me get out the way.
Smile for the camera, everybody. Show off your new rings. Coach Yeb, show off your complete stack. Ring, watch, medals, and this is the moment for the champion.